Hi YouTube, it's your boy LOL Ned with a new reaction video. We finna react to new evidence proves D4vd may get away with Celeste murder. You know, it's been going around for about since last month, I believe so. And it's very, very, very heartbreaking. For real, you know, if he did do it, I know he had like some songs that had like subliminal messages in it. But, you know, it's sad, bro. It's sad. But let's see what, I don't know his name. Oh, that's hard. I don't know his name, but let's see what Buddy right here is going to talk about.
I'm starting to believe that David is going to get away with this murder if he did it. Legal disclaimer. Okay. And I'm talking civilly and criminally. In terms of civil liabilities, we just learned that David is transferring all his properties into his mother's name. He just transferred 2 Texas homes into his mother's name. The only reason why somebody would do that is if they believe that they may be civilly liable at some point and they want to get it.
And bro look like he's a good kid, bro. Like, cuz 20. I'm 23. I'm 3 years older than bro. And I don't know, man. It's sad. It's really sad, bro. This shit sickening and sad.
Ahead of it. So if the police keep dragging their feet, let's say this takes a couple of months. Well, David would successfully be able to transfer any asset he has, any current or future assets, into his mother's name. Set up the system where them assets is probably in a trust, and the trust belongs to the mom. I'll be real. Civilly, even if they wanted to get something out of David, by the time the police get done their investigation, bruh, all his assets would probably be in a trust under his mom's name. Everything gone.
Right.
Even if you win a judgment or a default judgment or something against him, you probably would never be able to claim that money or those damages because the police is dragging their feet.
I haven't been to the grocery store in over a year, but I'm eating healthier than ever. Here's how I did it.
For sure. Good for you.
In terms of criminal charges, if he did this, he may have done a good enough job to where his track is just too clean. This may be one of those things where the police believe he did it, but they can't find nothing to charge him. That's because the timeline that we thought this murder was committed in may be completely off by a mile. Celeste's body was discovered September 8th. The logical assumption is she's probably been dead for a couple of days, maybe a week or two. Police came out and said they believe that she's been dead for an extensive amount of time, more than a couple of weeks. So people thought, okay, maybe she's been dead for, well, like 2 or 3 weeks. Come to find out, no, that's not the case. If she's been dead for a couple of weeks, there's only so much somebody could really do to kind of hide their tracks.
Right.
Right? Again, they could do a lot, but there's only so much you could do in 2 or 3 weeks to hide your tracks and make sure that, like, all traces of you doing this is gone and disappear forever. But come to find out, that timeline that we thought happened may have been wrong by a lot. I'm talking about it may have been wrong for about 9 months.
9 months? 9 months is crazy, bro. What made, man, what made you want to often just kill this girl? The fuck? Why? And then, like, so you telling me that you had this dead corpse in the back of your car for 9 months, and you just, let me go to Walmart, put some gas in my car. Or nah, he had a Tesla. Let me go by the charging station and get some electricity. Pull up. You just, whatever you do with the electric cars, I don't know, I got gas. You just look in the back, see that's just a dead body. The fuck? And you did it for 9 months, and man, get the fuck on, man. What the weird ass nigga. You make good music, but bro, it all be the weird ones that do good shit, make good shit. Like, what the fuck?
There is a private investigator that was hired by the homeowner in which, like, Celeste's body was discovered. Well, like, because the Tesla was parked in front of a home, David lived there. The homeowner that David rented from, apparently he hired a private investigator. That private investigator, he laid out a theory, and he believes that Celeste has been dead possibly since January.
Have come to me, and I've learned a lot. Now, listen, a lot of it's circumstantial, right? But there are people that are directly in his orbit, and there are people that have photos and videos, and we've gotten a lot of photos and videos from inside the home itself. So we can put people at certain dates and times at the house, and there's a lot of them. It's in the thousands.
Do you know if Celeste was ever at that property?
So, of what we recovered, we don't have any of her at that property. We have pictures of her and that were taken by David, we assume, because it's not on a camera phone, but these photos are on a regular camera at different locations. And it really makes me think that it's likely she had another place she was staying. I can tell you that there was a lot of time spent towards downtown LA. And I'll say the last photo that we have of Celeste is January 2nd, 2025.
Bro, that's January, bro. Bro, you really been driving a dead body in the back of your trunk since January. That shit sad, dog. That shit sad.
Okay, now that's significant because we were wondering when, she was last seen alive. There was that surveillance footage of her seemingly running away from her neighborhood.
And that was September of 24, I believe. So we didn't have anything. We were like, where was this girl in 2025? But we do have a photo of her on July 2nd, early in the morning, July 2nd, 2025.
What? Another deal one? Oh, Monday CRM, stop it. Did I?
He clarified in the comment section that he actually meant January 2nd, not July. So the last photo of Celeste is from January 2nd, 2025, and that's the last trace of Celeste. Because after January, she's gone. There's zero trace of Celeste anywhere.
Has anyone, and just to be clear, you don't know more information about when she died, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any information of how she died or when exactly she died. Listen, investigations are always...
Bro, that's a little girl, man. You down there, well, hell, you is legal age, you 20. But you not a legal adult. But that's still crazy, though, dog. You 20, girl 15. That's 5 years. Now, she was probably 21, and you was like 26. That would have been all right. But fam, this is a 15, maybe 14, around the teens, motherfucker. Girl, dog. Teen girl. And you're 20. You're a T. That shit sad, bro. That shit sickening and sad, bro. Like, what the fuck? What was your motive? Jeffrey Dahmer had a motive. He liked it. He liked the younger boys. And you know, but fam, this right here, this shit crazy, dog. And then Jeffrey Dahmer, he liked the gay niggas, put it like that. I can't say that. He liked it, How can I put this without getting demonetized? If you swing that way, I support you. I have nothing against you if you swing that way. But Jeffrey Dahmer like people that swung that way. He liked that swung that way, put it like that. But if you swing that way, I have nothing against you. You have all my love support. I love you as a human being. But I don't swing that way.
Moving and right now, I tend to believe it happened a while ago, a long time ago. And I think January, February, things changed. I mean, you can see it in the photos and everything. And I also think when I first started looking at this case, I'm very much an Occam's razor type of person where I think things are a lot easier than people try to make them sometimes, especially online, into these big things. And I thought this was going to be a tragic overdose, which it very well still could be. And they made a bad decision because they didn't want to expose a potential relationship and put her in this Tesla. And then maybe he thought he could get somebody to get rid of that car. And they were just like, no, I'm not doing it, and just got left there. But I will say this, there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that is, there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her. And it's scary, sadistic stuff, and that's why we're trying to learn more about that. I wish I could say more, but for obvious reasons I can't. But it doesn't have to do with how she died, but maybe how they were planning on ultimately getting rid of her, and how maybe that Tesla was just a holding spot at the time, and things just, their timing was just off as far as getting this done. But there's a few things that were just like, will blow your mind.
You give a regular person a month to hide a body, they'll probably do a good enough job to where the police will have a very difficult time figuring out what happened with this murder. You give a regular person 2 months head start to hide a body, they'll probably get away with it. You give a multi-millionaire with every resource possible and an entourage of people willing to do whatever for him a year to hide a body and get rid of any trace he may have towards a murder, what you think is going to happen? What's currently happening right now if he did do it? The police is lost, bro. They can't figure out what's going on. They have no traces, bro, at all.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
all. They don't even know how she was murdered. That's because Celeste may have been dead since February. The person who did it may have had a year head start to hide this. And if that person had millions of dollars, yeah, there is no trace because it's all gone. They had a year to strategically plan this out. And as he just said, he found some things in the house that hinted towards what the next plan was. And the next plan was to erase all trace, including the body. Erase every possible trace. They already erased all the other traces because the Tesla is supposed to have video. There's no video from that Tesla. It's all gone.
What?
It's all gone.
That's crazy.
Now, apparently, though...
And I thought technology was so good. Technology can be used for good and bad at this point.
There's more evidence towards Celeste may have been dead since February because apparently the vehicle registration for that Tesla, it expired in the beginning of the year. And that Tesla also had a Christmas tree air freshener in the car. Well, listen, man. Strategically, or like common sense will tell you, they probably stopped selling Christmas tree air fresheners back in December. Nobody is keeping a Christmas tree air freshener for 9 months. Like, your air fresheners don't even work that long. So the vehicle registration being expired in the beginning of the year will tell you that it wasn't being used. And why would somebody just stop using their brand new Tesla?
So let me ask you this. If you see when the car was parked there, have you seen anything to indicate that Celeste's body was transferred into that car after the car was parked there? Or in other words, do you believe that her body was in that car the minute it was parked in the location it was ultimately towed from?
So I'll say I have no evidence of a body being transferred before or after. There's no evidence of that at all. What I will say, when it was moved to that position, it was already like that. So that car had not been used in a very long time. It was super dirty, caked on dirt. I'll tell you, this was in late July. So it's bizarre because we also got media that the car was used a lot. David even spoke about it in Instagram videos. He took it to a detail shop and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, the very beginning of the year, that car, something happens, and that car's doesn't show up anymore. It's not used. It seems to disappear. And then that red Tesla learned, which we didn't know until the search warrant was served, that there's a red Tesla in the garage, which I can tell you was at least on February 1st.
The last time Celeste was seen was in January. February 1st, David leases a new Tesla, a red one. Completely stops driving the black Tesla that he was in love with. Doesn't renew the registration for the black Tesla that was due in February.
Fuck, bro. Bro, this shit breaking my heart. You was a good artist. And it's like, I don't know, bro. It seemed like to me he thought this shit out way beforehand. Like, before he even got started, he had planned this shit out. Like, damn, bro.
Celeste hadn't been seen since January. The timeline of when Celeste disappears lines up with the timeline of when the black Tesla stopped being used by David. We could all use our brains here, people. To me, that right there is the biggest clue that Celeste has been dead since about January or February. The black Tesla was then driven and parked outside of David's Hollywood Hills home. It was there for about a month before Celeste's body was discovered because it was parked there, I think like July, like mid-July. Celeste's body was discovered September 8th. So Celeste seemingly was in that vehicle or in the trunk of that Tesla for about a month and some change before she was discovered. One of the things that really turned my gut, really gave me like a bad feeling inside, was when I found out about the police investigation and what the private investigator discovered when he searched the house. So when the police went there, they searched the vents, they searched for blood, they searched everywhere. They could find no trace that Celeste was killed in that home. The private investigator goes and he searched the home. And what he discovers really made me say, yeah, it's a wrap. They may never find out what happened to this girl.
But now let's get to it. Okay, let's circle back to that Hollywood Hills rental property, how a private investigator, a PI, even got involved in this case. So according to LA Magazine, police had executed a search warrant on that property back on September 17th. So since David had been renting it for reportedly about $20,000 a month, a home that was owned by a man named Malden Trifonich. And officers reportedly collected electronics, computers. They searched the drains for traces of blood or tissue. At least that's the reporting from TMZ. Can't officially confirm that.
During another interview with News Nation, the private investigators hinted and broke down exactly why the police may have not found any type of blood, any tissues, or anything connecting Celeste to that house.
Let me ask you this, and I only have a couple seconds left, but you found some other suspicious things. The landlord, as you know, we obviously know now, allowed you into the house, and you saw some things in there that were very uncomfortable and very suspicious. I know you can't say certain things, but what can you tell us about what you saw inside the house?
Well, this is the landlord.
So, okay. All right. So let me ask you this. Let me say this. All right, when they towing out the car now, as y'all see right here, it's I know this may sound stupid what I'm finna say, or say, whatever. Is the body still in the vehicle? Like, I mean, like, they got it towed out, but is the body still in the vehicle? Think about it. And y'all towing it out, and y'all found the body decomposed up in the vehicle in the trunk, and y'all towing it out. Does that mean the body is still in the vehicle? Y'all got all this forensics and stuff, how she got killed and stuff, like fingerprints, machines, and everything. It could show up, possibly. You know how she pronounced dead. But y'all ain't digging too deep into it. Like, if the body is decomposed up in the vehicle, right? There could be still traces and marks, or even like little hair follicles or anything that can connect to her murder. If y'all think about it, just think about it.
I found it awesome, but there were some things in there that were hard to think about, because these would be items that would be used if you wanted to get rid of a body, and there's really no other purpose for them at a house like this or anything. And they're expensive items, and so they weren't jokes, and but they weren't used. I'll tell you that they were still in the box. So I don't know how much we'll find out about that in the future, because you can't charge somebody for thinking about doing something. But I think that they had a plan.
But it's important to know, because the first thing I said when I learned of that was that, well, that can't be possible because the LAPD raided the place and took everything. But you know for a fact that they photographed those things, and they're huge and heavy and expensive, and so they have ample information and photographic evidence of those things.
They said that we inquired about this, and they said that they photographed it. I don't know why they didn't take it. There's two items. I don't know why they didn't take them, but they said they photographed them.
Two very very expensive things. Now, by things, I don't know if it was a product, a furnace, I don't what. Two very expensive things that are used to get rid of bodies, or the traces of a body. And that was probably going to be used to get rid of Celeste's body. But, you know, the car got impounded, and we know the story from there. But if they had the resources to get those two very expensive things and not even use it, what other things do you think they bought and used?
Right.
What other things do you feel like they got, they purchased, they used within the year that we believe Celeste was dead for?
Right.
Or for 9 months, I should say. Come on, bruh. Come on. If y'all think this is going to be a slam dunk, if y'all think this is going to be one of those things where, yo, like the police gets a case within 2 weeks or 3, no, this is going to be a long investigation. They had a lot of time to conceal everything they did. They had a lot of time to make mistakes, go back and clean up those mistakes, then clean up the mistakes. Oh, they had so much time. I can't even begin to put in words what somebody with $1 million and 9 months can do when it comes to concealing the fact that they murdered somebody. At this point in time, the only hope the police got is to pray they made a mistake. Is to pray that, man, that they forgot to go over the 6th walkthrough. They dropped something, man. Because without them making a mistake, there's no hope for the police, man. And especially, too, when you got millions of dollars, you got an entourage of people willing to kill for you when it comes to that, you don't even got to be involved at all. Oh, my God, man. Now, the private investigator was at least, we have some progress and some good news. He was at least able to ID the driver of the vehicle, the person who parked the Tesla in front of the house before it was there for a month, before it was impounded. The private investigator was able to ID that person, and apparently that person was part of David's entourage because that person was seen on a tour bus before they left.
But talk to me about the date of this video.
What I'm getting from this, it's more like it's gonna be more. It seems like the new age O.J. Simpson. You know about the O.J. Simpson trial and case. That's what it seemed like to me. I know a lot of people may not like that, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. That's what it seemed like to me. It feel like another O.J. Simpson trial.
July 29th. And talk to me about what you saw. What did you see in terms of the identity of the person driving through that open window?
So it's very clearly that Tesla, one, because the Tesla has that tape on the rear spoiler for whatever reason. I don't know why it's there. And also, it was just like it is in that picture. It was that dirty, except you could tell that they had run the windshield wiper like once to clear the dirt away so they could see. And it comes very close to the camera, although there is some motion blur, but you can see the person and you can see what they're wearing, something pretty distinctive. And there's photos that I have from 12 hours earlier, a person at the house wearing the same thing.
And I know that the viewers right now are screaming at the TV set saying, Ashley, ask him who it was.
I mean, I honestly wish I could tell you. I don't want to, I don't want to interfere with LAPD on that. And I think that's coming because we know a crime was committed 100%. Somebody concealed her body, and hey, maybe the reason I don't want to say the person's name is because maybe this person was just someone that was asked to move the car, and didn't know. I find that very hard.
He's still part of it. If he were asked to move the car, he's still part of it, bro. You as a private investigator, you may work for yourself, but you also giving slick kind of detail to the police. You feel me? If he's part of the nigga's entourage, he's a part of the shit. What the fuck?
Hard to believe, and I doubt that's the case, but just in case, I'd rather LAPD make that announcement.
Well, and it's important for us to tell viewers as well that you turned all this material over to them. You're the one who found it. You're the one who took it to them. You're the one who said, and I connected it to the photos from just 12 hours earlier, and here's the clothing. It looks like this could be an ID. July 29th, important because that was the last day that David was in Los Angeles, right? But before he went off on his tour. So he was there in Los Angeles on that day that drive happened.
Yeah, I've seen on one of his public social medias, he had put a video out where it was the first day on their new tour bus because they were going to San Francisco, I believe, for the first night of the concert series, and they did a video from inside the tour bus. So I believe hours after that car was moved, they actually got on the tour bus and headed to San Fran.
Oh, there goes the alibi. So we know David was in LA when that Tesla got parked, and that Tesla didn't move for a month, but somehow her body was found in that Tesla's trunk. So the body had to have been there before that Tesla was parked. So the alibi of, man, he was on tour, well, that's gone. That's out the way. So that's the only positive news here. That's the only good news here. Now, we need to have the name of the person who was driving that Tesla. Y'all gotta release it. Y'all have to release it.
Right.
Right? I don't care if they didn't know. You tell us who told you to park that Tesla there. You tell us why was you parking that Tesla that wasn't registered, even though it didn't belong to you. Who told? Did David tell you? We gotta know this information, man. But I'll be real, man. Once I heard that she could have possibly been dead since January or February, first off, what type of parents would wait 8 or 9 months without seeing their daughter?
Right. Man, my mama, bro, she can't even go a night without calling me. Son, where you at? Mom, across the street. Literally across the street. Bro, that's some shady shit going on in this trial, bro. Some shady shit. First of all, hold on, I'm recording. All right. It's some shady shit, dog. It's like, bruh. The guy is 20, maybe 19 at the time. She was 11. 11. Bro, why would you want to do that, fam? You got all these 18, 19-year-olds up in the city. You in California, my nigga, Texas, whatever you at. You want to talk to 11? Man, get the fuck out of my face, dog. And this shit pissing me off even more, bro.
Now, the private investigator did take to his Twitter to address, I think, a family member claiming that they saw Celeste, like July-ish or something like that. They did further investigation and found out the family member lied or may have been mistaken, which to me is suspicious as well.
What I said.
Why would a family member lie about something like that?
You need an LLC. It's protecting you. It's keeping your business and your personal life separate. So go to Taylor.
So the investigator says, I'm starting to believe that the information I received claiming a family member messaged with Celeste in July was incorrect. Rather, that's accidental or intentional by the family member. I'm not sure. There's no trace of Celeste after early 2025 that I can find. The parties attended by a family member were in 2024 during the missing but not really missing time. So the family member and tells the guy, hey, I went to a party. I had contact with Celeste at a party in July. Come to find out, the party that they're saying they've seen Celeste at or they texted Celeste about was actually in 2024. The party was not in 2025. The Tesla's Texas registration expired in January of 2025. It was ticketed twice in late February in Hollywood, then not again until it was impounded. I can't find any trace of Celeste since very early 2025, although I fully admit that some sharp people on Reddit and YouTube are more dialed into her digital footprint. The Discord server activity and may have a signs of her in 2025 I'm not aware of. At this point, I'm starting to wonder if something may have happened to Celeste many months ago. Now, this was about 16 days ago, before his interview yesterday. So since then, he's done his investigation, he's done his work, and he has came to the conclusion that Celeste has been dead since about February. But why would a family member lie about messaging her or seeing her at a party if the party was not until 2024? Now, there has been, again, this is all allegedly now, there's a kid, and we covered this a while back, where he alleged, yo, David was actually showing up in a community that like Celeste was from and paying people like to be quiet, right? About, you know, seeing her with him. So is it possible that maybe a family member got paid off? I would not imagine which family member will accept payment for something like this, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that David did this? Do y'all believe that the killer will ever get caught? If there is a killer, maybe the only crime that could have been committed here is they concealed her body maybe after she overdosed. We won't find out because the toxicology is apparently going to take another 60 days. Let me know what y'all think, man. All right, I don't have all the answers. I want to hear from you guys. If you're watching this video and you know you want to watch another dope video, click on this video right here to find out about the huge drama and beef that NLE Chopper is currently going through. I'm see you guys in this video right here. Also, if you want to grow on YouTube really fast, I do have a step-by-step book on how to grow on YouTube really fast. I made $90,000 in 28 days. So when it comes to money, do I really need your money? Probably not, but like I just want to help you.
All right, so he's done talking. Man, how I feel about it, it's gonna be another 60 days. That's gonna be January again. If you think about it, it's gonna be right there in January again. How I feel like it, I feel like, cause you said that he paid a kid to hush hush about it, and a family member, which you said earlier that a family member had did something. They did something. So if I'm putting on family member that told them to be hush hush, and you gave the kids some money to be hush hush. See that? See that? It's connecting. It's connecting. And I feel like he probably did. I don't know for sure. But he might have paid the family to be hush hush. Okay, if you think about it, your daughter has been gone for about, I don't know, this the youngest or the oldest. But your daughter has been gone for about some years. And y'all not even worried about that? Like, at all? Like, that's kind of weird to me, bro. Like, y'all don't even, to me, it seems like y'all don't even give a fuck. Or y'all don't even care. I mean, y'all probably do. Hell, we don't even know the girl. We care about more about her than her own family does. And that's sad. And that's sickening, bro. I just hope she get her. If she overdosed, what did she overdose on? Cause I ain't know she did any type of, you know, drugs or anything. I don't even know the girl myself, so I don't. Yeah, I just knew the dude cause he had that one song for the show Invincible. That's how I found out about him. And now all this stuff happening, bro. It's sad, bro. It's really sad. But man, if y'all want me to continue with this series about the David trial, it really feel like a new age OJ Simpson trial. But man, if y'all want to see some more reaction videos, you know, like, comment, and subscribe to the LOL gang, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video if I get mad about this video, because justice for Celeste, bro. This don't make no sense, bro. For real.